Coach, as you guys head to the playoffs, how important is it just for you guys, just through your process, just to be playing well, as the regular season winds down, and how did that, kind of translate to tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably in the minority, but I actually thought we played well last night. We didn't shoot well last night, and tonight we played well in a different way. In that I thought the ball really moved. For us to be the team we want to be, our guys just trusting each other, changing sides, making quick decisions, and then obviously defending. So I just thought we were solid tonight, and obviously we made shots.
All right, next up, Kristen Kenny, Jazz TV.
Well, Coach, we talked about right before the game wanting collective effort, and it really seemed like you guys showed that. But just what are your thoughts on your defensive effort in particular, looking in that first half? I mean, 0 second chance points, defending without fouling.
Those are things that are important to us. I think over the last, week or two, we've started to dial in more, particularly, on the defensive glass. We can't rely, on Rudy and Fave to clean up the glass on their own, particularly if they're contesting shots. And I thought our perimeter guys, basically doing their job. And when we're able to do that, particularly if we can get rebounds with our guards, it gives us a chance, to get out in transition and try to get some open looks. So, good. It's good to see habits, and obviously you want to sustain them. And, that's the challenge right now, is to continue to, the more you do it, the more it becomes who you are. And, that's what we need right now.
Eric Weldon, Salt Lake Tribune.
Quinn, when we spoke pregame, you kind of took issue with the suggestion that you guys weren't sharp the other night. Is 64% from the field, 58% from three, and franchise record 154 points about as sharp as it gets?
Yeah, I really didn't take issue with it as much as it wasn't necessarily what I thought the issue was last night. We certainly weren't sharp at the end of the game, but I think collectively, little things, just, when you make a pass, where is that pass? Is it accurate? And, those things oftentimes contribute to whether or not you're making shots. If we're looking at a 3-game stretch, I think, 3 games ago, we weren't precise at all, particularly with our spacing. And we got better. And obviously tonight, some things went our way as well. And that's, if we can play the right way, defend, and, that's how I want to evaluate our group. If we evaluate our group on whether the ball is going in the basket, that has a tendency to make people not want to shoot. And that's, we can't be that team. We've got to continue to shoot, and there's things that we can do, to make more shots, but, certain times this is a make or miss league. And, the real challenge, I think, is to win when you're not hitting shots. And, that's something we've talked about all year. And as you said, we were fortunate that the ball went in tonight, but I thought we did some more things that contributed to that, particularly, being connected.
Ben Anderson, KSL Sports.
Quinn, along those lines, is it difficult to convince your guys to keep shooting when you miss 43s the night before?
We talked about it a lot, and that's why, I thought that game in some ways was significant. It's easy when you're not making shots. There's the thought that you should stop, and do something else. And I think there's truth to that, to the extent you can get to the foul line, you can get out in transition, maybe get something easy. The priority really for me is quick decisions. And, if that means we're open, it's a quick decision to shoot the ball. And, you know, sometimes a game like that, like the other night, you know, if you can fight through that, that's, you know, that's how we have to play as a team. And, you know, that's something that we've talked about for, you know, for a while. So, you know, when you're not making it, it puts that to a test. And, you know, obviously there's other ways to score. It's just not about threes. As I said, I really think it's about quick decisions, which for us should lead to threes because we have good shooters.
All right, last question, Andy Larson, Salt Lake Tribune.
When you move the Georgia lineup, and I thought he played good defense against his matchup. I'm curious about his defensive development over the course of the last couple of years, and you know, kind of working on that side of the ball with a player, what that's like.
You say George, Andy?
Yeah.
I can. Yeah, I think, you know, it's been consistent for us. Where guys that defend find their way onto the floor, and or guys that don't defend find their way off the floor. And George has just made that a priority. And anytime something's important to you, and you try to be disciplined with, there was a play tonight where, you know, he shifted and he overhelped, and the ball got kicked out to the wing, and Davis made a three, and it hurt him. And because he knew that, you know, he could have drifted more, and that's such a subtle thing. But for him to recognize that and to own that, I think is what's happened for him over time. He takes pride in it, and it's something that, you know, again, he has worked out, and I think he's, you know, his habits have improved, and there's a focus and a resolve, and you know, I think maybe one of the best things that he's done is, you know, he's rebounded. And when we say rebounded, he doesn't rebound like Rudy, but he's gotten, you know, involved and mixed it up, and, you know, got hits and got his body on other guys and kept them off the glass. And, you know, I think it's true. You hear it all the time, and, you know, sometimes it's coach speak, but when you're focused on those things, it's interesting. The ball, the rest of the game becomes easier. You become instinctive, and you're not thinking about whether you're making or missing. You know, if you define yourself solely by whether you make shots, you're not going to be consistent. And those other things you can do every night. And when you do them every night, you know, my belief is that, you know, you're not thinking, and you're playing more free, and you're playing aggressive. And I think that's what you're seeing George do. He's not playing defense because he's making shots. He's making shots because he's playing defense.
Okay, thanks so much for your time, Coach.
Thank you.